there, I'm Rochelle Morgan from Tri-County Mental Health and the Show Me Hope program. We're here to help all of us in our community get through this pandemic together. And one thing that we know several months into the pandemic is that we are using all different kinds of ways to cope with the stress and the constant changes and the uncertainty of living during this coronavirus pandemic. Some days you just have to get through. And that means that a lot of us might be using coping skills that we know they're not good for us, right? So maybe you're smoking more or drinking more alcohol or, um, oversleeping or things like that you know probably aren't the best for you. Um, but that's the way you've been getting through. Well, I want you to know that there is support for you particularly if smoking is something that you've started again or that you are continuing to do and it's something that you want to stop. We have support for you here at Tri-County. So in this video clip, it's from a longer presentation, but in this clip, Sharon, who is a registered nurse and in charge of our healthcare home, is going to talk a little bit about smoking and the smoking cessation support that we can offer here at Tri-County. Okay, so check out this video and I'll see you at the end.
Like I said earlier, on nicotine tobacco use, we do have two tobacco treatment specialists who are available. You don't have to be in the healthcare home to use their services. You can call us at just the main number, the 816-468-0400, ask for healthcare home. Abby is a wellness coach and also the tobacco treatment specialist, as well as Joanne, who's a nurse care manager and a tobacco treatment specialist. Or you can call and talk to me, Sharon. We check our messages and we will call you back if you're interested in getting into just the tobacco treatment specialist program. But just dangers of smoking, I mean, they run the range of COPD to problems with gas. It can cause gastric problems, eye diseases. You can see there, osteoporosis, weak bones again in women. It's just a lot. And they're especially working, not to your benefit when you combine it with alcohol, coffee, a lot of caffeine. Menthol cigarettes are more dangerous. Smoking, and this is a big one. We see people doing this, up at Tri-County, is smoking out in the cold and smoking fast, trying to get back into the warm. What happens is your vessels are constricted because you're out in the cold, and your vessels constrict because you're smoking, and that just really causes some blockages such to your heart and brain and such. So I mean, it sets you up for more issues. So just something to consider. This one's just showing you like what, the lung complications. And I won't go into this in great detail, except telling you we do educate on juuling, vaping too. It's very important to know that a lot of the e-cigarettes come from all over the world that don't have, not even in the United States. I mean, they're not FDA controlled really, but we have a lot more controls than a lot of places. But people are getting e-cigarettes that you don't know how much nicotine. It can have a small amount, probably smaller than you want, or they can have huge amounts that are hitting your body. But not only that, they have formaldehyde and they have acids and alkalins and all sorts of chemicals in some of them that really are bad for your lungs, just immediately. So just knowing, it is controversial. There are people in smoking cessation who think that it's a good step down device, and it can be, but it also can be like you're still smoking the same amount and juuling or vaping in between. So that's just something to be aware of, that they're not consistently controlled and can have some other effects besides just the usual smoking effects. So if y'all want to hear more about that, Abby likes to talk about vaping and e-cigarettes. And this is just a little thing that if you smoke, you've probably seen it before. It's just really eye-opening that I won't go over it all, but 20 minutes, your blood pressure drops back to normal. 1 year, your risk of heart disease is reduced by 50%. And like after 20 years, your risk of heart disease after you quit smoking is that of a non-smoker. So you can't say it's too late. I mean, there's things that will start immediately if you decrease or quit smoking.
All right, I hope that gave you some encouragement and inspiration to stop smoking and to find other coping skills to deal with this pandemic. We are here to help. If you need help figuring out other things to do to help yourself get through this pandemic, please call us. This is what we're here for. The National Disaster Distress Hotline and our number for Tri-County Mental Health are both on the slide at the end of this video. Call us, the Disaster Distress Hotline, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call or text, and you can be connected with a crisis counselor in our local area. I also want you to know that there are support groups, several different support groups available for people in our community. You saw Adriana in that video. She is one of the support group facilitators. I am too, and I'll put a link below this video so that you can find the different groups available and find a community of people who are dealing with similar situations during this pandemic. We're going to get through this together. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I just know there is. I will see you again in another video.